Whoa, 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 whoa. Well, we're here for better, or worse, or something or other. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to Clobberin Times. Issue number 81, aka 781. Yes, I've decided at least this week I would move it up to move the hour, move it up to a little lesser of an hour there. Yeah, sorry, I'm having some trouble with my mic here. Yeah, I had to move it up a little bit, making it a little bit earlier for some, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. May have to go back to the 9 o'clock, but I mean, I don't know. It just seems to be easier to do these early ones, but I want to welcome everyone who is here. Been doing, you'd be surprised how many people show up when you do it in the daytime. So, but I want to thank, of course, the great Eric K, master of all wrenchesness, the wrench of the wrist, the wrench of the West. Yo, bro. Eric K, always a pleasure, my good friend. Always happy to see you, buddy. The great Steve Mitchum, my fantastic friend. Old school, old friend. What's up, buddy? Good to see you, bud. Tim Myers, thank you for popping in, my friend. It's great to see you. We've met on over our buddy Cardinal Sin stream, and thank you for being here. Appreciate it. Parrothead. I don't know. Again, it just fluctuates. I didn't really announce the time change. I'm not sure I'm going to stick with it or not. Sometimes it moves all over the place. To be honest with you, I wasn't sure I was going to do this, and I can't even remember why I went ahead and changed it to 8. I think I did it because I'm changing Monday nights to 8 for sure. So, I don't know. We'll see. I may switch it back, but I'm changing Monday nights to 8. I think to 8. I figure 8's got a little bit better. Because a lot of people stream late on these Wednesdays and Thursdays and Fridays and things like that. A lot of streaming going on. But it's really crowded out there. Everyone streams anyway. They got a great, my good buddy Paulie was just over there with Paulie at Latino Slant, and I had the pleasure of hanging out with him, and it was a lot of fun, and I appreciate you, man. He had a great charity going on over there for the doggies, Scars. And I just really just a great event he put on last night for the puppy dogs over there. So that was cool. And this past Monday night, I had a fantastic time hanging out with the amazing, wonderful Purple Loki and the great Purple Valkyrie. Purple Loki. Well, I just amalgamated them. The great Purple Valkyrie and the great Stone Loki, who were playing some games there. So what you're saying, Dave Bob, and welcome, Dave Bob. Good to see you, buddy. You're not infinitely tired. My buddy, Ash Singh. Well, I'm glad you stopped in, Ash Singh. Great to see you. Tomorrow, I'll be on in the daytime, my friend. And I think Jed might be joining us, and hopefully Ninja can join us. I know they streamed today on Ninja's channel. I was not able to get over there, but I was not able to make it today. But I hope I see Ash. I hope you join us tomorrow. Marty with a C. Good to see you, buddy. The great Chris Berger's here. All right, man. Some old buddies popping in. Flash. Yo, Flash. By the way, dude, I forgot exactly but if you want to, if you're a game, send me a Facebooker, and I'll send you a link if you feel like hanging, brother. If you feel like it, if that's however you want to work it. Oh, Steve! Oh my goodness! I'm Stephen Dom, another fantastic old buddy. Steve, brother, it's good to see you, man. Thanks for stopping in, buddy. That is a good and a distinguished friend of mine. Thrown off a little bit by the Steve in there because I always go by Steve, but I know it's you. It's got to be you, man. Everything about you reminds me of you, except you, Groucho. But dude, it's good to see you, brother. I am honored. But oh man, let's see here. Had a great day. Yeah, but again, like I said, Purple and Loki were okay. All right, I'll send you one there, Flash. It just totally, dude. I meant to send you one, ask you earlier, and just totally friggin' whiffed it. Let me find. Come on, dude. I'll find you here. There you go. Facebook's being its usual bitch self. There you go. All right, bro. Sent you out the link. Well, I appreciate that. Steve Dom. Hey, man, look, I did not know you did the YouTube thing. But you're going to come on one of these days, I hope, and hang with me one night, man. We'll set it up. If you want to just call, just hang. Since it's been so long since we've been able to talk and hang out. If you are so inclined, just to, shoot the chite, brother, just to talk a little bit about some geekness and just catching up, man. That will be cool. So we will see what Flash gets in here. Yes, he did. No, he didn't. I don't know. I don't know. No one would judge him if he did, though, Eric. So, no. They were just, I guess, because I was just thinking about them because they were just doing one of their cool game streams over there, playing Gods of War or something like that. I watch them all the time when they're playing that game. I'm like, man, I wish I could play video games. You're too kind, bro. We'll have a legendary time if you're ever able to come on over and. But there he is. What's up, brah?
What's up?
Hey, man. What's up? How you doing? Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for popping in. Sorry, I even forgot to mention it, but I'm glad you popped in and reminded me. Oh,
you know what? I actually even forgot you were on tonight, and then I got a notification. I'm like, oh, that's right.
Yes, I forget I'm on most of the time. As a matter of fact, the wonderful, the beautiful Purple Valkyrie. Always wonderful to see you there, my friend. Thank you so much for popping in, Purple. It always classes up the joint when a lovely lady pops in. Yeah, Flash. What's going on, man? I understand that there's no hockey.
No, not till tomorrow. 2 games,
okay.
2 games in 12 days. That's some BS, man.
Yeah. Damn. I'm sorry. I guess that's just a couple less of the 50 goddamn games you got ahead of you.
yeah. Well, not 50 anymore, but yeah, it's short season, so it kind of sucks. Well, I mean, they're not canceled games, but they're rescheduled. It's basically throwing everything into just chaos.
Yeah, I got you.
So now you got games moving up a day, moving back a day, all that good happy stuff.
Yeah, I got you. I hear you, man. Well, it'll pop back up, and that'll be good. It's just annoying, all this stuff, all these postponements and things like that get on your nerves. But
tell me about it.
Oh, what's good? By the way, big shout. I don't know if you're here behind the scenes lurking or whatever or not, but whether he is or not, the great Mark C. Just a big shout out. Everyone still keep him in your prayers. He's fighting some bad stuff. I won't go into it here. That's up to him to go into. But great Mark C. Hey, bud. Still praying for you, brother. Everyone's rooting for you, man. So, yeah, going through some bad stuff.
For sure.
And I think still in the hospital. So.
Oh wow, really?
Yes, yeah. And so fighting some bad stuff there, man. But won't go into it too much. Just wishing them some well wishes out there, putting them out there, some vibes. So our buddy Mark C. So
well wishes, man.
Yeah, indeed, brother. M indeed. Yes, anyone wants to put an M there for Mark C or an MC or an M or an MC. He likes them either way. But yeah, absolutely. Thanks, Steve Mitchell.
I'll do both.
Yeah, do them both. M and
I'm
C
an overachiever.
Yeah, the M works, but if you want to do an MC, there you go, man. Yep, pulling for you, buddy. I mean, I don't know if he's listening tonight, but I got all kind of cool topics I want to go into that I wouldn't think about going into without you, Mark C. So, yeah. Did you? Let's see. Try the Foster stuff. Did you? Oh, you know what I forgot to say? I said this Monday night. I just wanted to reiterate this. Screw you, Tom Brady. All right, there we go. That's enough. Just want God. That just why? Never mind. I did it the other night. I yelled about it. That's enough.
I heard Tom Brady likes you, so
yeah, Tom Brady's listening. Actually,
you feel bad now?
Yeah, Tom. I'm sorry.
He's in Disney World. He's not listening.
He didn't go to Disney World. He probably bought
it. He was.
He said that. Yeah, but you think he really went? Nah, I always say it.
You think Tom Brady would lie? Tom Brady wouldn't lie. That's a sin.
I'm going to Disney World. No, he's not. He's lying.
It's a sin. Tom Brady does not lie.
No. Yes, he
says his prayers every night. Eats his vegetables. Counts his money. Counts his ring.
No, Steve Dom. I gave up the NFL. Actually, I'm not a fan of that team anymore or any other team.
I'm telling you, man. You moved to the NHL.
I don't know. I try, man. I try. He's at Disney World right now. Are you sure?
I bet he is.
Are you sure, Eric? Yeah. Well, okay. He's not the GOAT, though. We went through this the other night. He's not the GOAT. Tom Brady's the GOHT. The greatest of his time, yes, but not of all time.
Ooh.
I still argue that Tom Brady could not take the hits. Could not take the pounding that the Unitas and the Staubachs and the Bradshaws and the Marinos and the Montanas all took.
Are you calling him a pansy?
No, it's not his fault. Maybe if he lived back then, maybe that he would prove me wrong. We'll never know. But I'm calling the league a big pansy, and they changed some pansy-ass rules. And I can just tell you this: you can't even breathe on Tom Brady right now. But you can bet. Look, Patrick Mahomes, his 2 starting tackles were out of that game, and he got the crap kicked out of him. The kid was valiant, but he got beat up because it was a good scheme by the Bucs. Yes, I let myself watch the Super Bowl, even though I boycotted the league for most of this year. I just I let myself watch it, and it was a good. The defense won that game, not Brady. And so I'm just saying. So I mean, but you can't touch. You could touch every other quarterback in the league, but you can't touch Brady. Hey, Ninja Knight. Hey, my friend. I'm sorry. I know you guys streamed today. I'm sorry I missed it. I couldn't be there, but I hope you guys had a great stream. And if you are available tomorrow in the afternoon. I forget exactly what time I've scheduled it for. I think I scheduled it for 1. I forget. I think 1 my time. I hope you will pop in with us, bro. Let's see here. Brady's Punch, a reality show with no sauce. He thought Tom Brady was drunk today on the bay. There it is. Him tossing the trophy to his teammates across the book. Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, all right. Good, man. I'm glad you're going to be there. Okay. Now look. All right. I used 2 shows. Wait a minute. To beat up on Brady. I'm done beating up on Brady. In fact, I'm actually kind of glad he won because it pissed off a lot of the SJWs. And that's important. To be honest with you, I like that it pissed off the SJWs. Cam Newton, the most protected QB. Look, I don't like Cam Newton, but he got the crap beat out of him. Only because it's his own fault, because he runs too much. But yeah, so Anyway. Yeah. Oh, speaking of that, what to beat up on next, Steve Dome? I'll tell you what it is. I'm glad you reminded me about beating something up because this Saturday, last night, of course, for all of my friends from Valhalla, had a wonderful time on the channel of Eris of Chaos, our good, lovely young lady friend on Valhalla, where we had Loki's Comics Roundtable last night, and this Saturday she does her 2:00 show. She has invited me on there. She's found a video on YouTube of somebody making the ridiculous claim that Man of Steel is a good movie. And she wanted somebody on there. Well, she and our good buddy, her normal host, guest host, Project Storytime, and I will be ripping that video to pieces. So I will be ripping the crap out of Man of Steel with them for 4 hours, probably. Well, her streams go 3 or 4 hours. So. Piece by piece. So, and that will be fun. And again, why she picked me, I have no idea. Can you figure that out, by the way? Why she would pick me to beat up on that movie?
I have no idea.
Me either.
I love Man of Steel.
Well, then I should pick. Well, I'm going to pick on you too. I'm going to make sure I throw you in every insult and blame it on you.
I do. I love it.
Well, then I'm going to make sure I insult you every time.
Too. I'm not. No, yeah, I'm not.
That's okay. You can't make me hate you, dude. No matter how hard you try. Yes, I hate rubber. I hate that movie. But anyway, again, I'm not sure what made her ask me to come on to do that, everyone. I'm a little mystified by it. Maybe I've mentioned that movie a couple of times.
A few.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe. Look, at least I've only watched it once. You know, and by the way, I feel no obligation to watch it again, you know, like I would do sometimes to study up for something. Otto Graham still has the most championships, just not a Super Bowl championship because it was before. That's right. Otto Graham was fantastic, dude. Yeah. Loved Otto Graham, man. He was great. What was I supposed to do, man? Let the entire busload of innocent children die like some psycho? And then Psycho saw Punk? Maybe.
I don't know. Maybe.
You know they cut a line out. They cut the rest of that line out for Costner. He said, maybe because, son, you don't know, there may have been some real assholes on that bus that picked on you in school and shit. You know, he goes, oh, yeah, that's right. There was that.
Could have been Hitler on there.
Yeah, that dickhead Tommy was on the bus, Paul. I think I made the wrong decision after all. You're right. So a lot of people don't know that they cut that out. Yeah. Yes, son, the earth is flat.
Tom Brady was on the bus.
Yes, Tom Brady was on the bus. So, now, you know, I joke about Tom Brady because they do believe that he gets coddled by the NFL, but no, I don't really hate him. I just don't think he's the greatest of all time. I think he's the greatest of his time. But that said, they do protect and coddle his ass, but he is great, and he's got 7 goddamn rings. Could you please retire already?
7. Holy shit.
7 rings, 10 trips to the Super Bowl, and about 30-something postseason victories. And almost no, let's see, I think only maybe 1 losing season out of 20-something or whatever.
Who has the record?
Well, that's the record by far. It's not even close.
Is it him? Okay.
7 rings? Oh, dude.
Yeah.
No one's even been 7 times but him. The closest would be 4. There are a couple guys with 4 rings. Bradshaw, Montana. You can stop there. I think there's only 2 guys with the 4 rings. Yeah, 3 more rings and he's the Mandarin. That's a good one, Steve. Oh, shit. That's a good one. There you go, buddy.
And then they'll reveal he's not the real Mandarin.
Yes, he's got more. Someone did say he's got more. More jewels than Thanos. Got more damn rings on his hand. Yeah, 7, dude. This sucks. Yeah, I heard about that. Listen, I never watched Powerpuff Girls, but we're getting a live action Powerpuff Girls that will be in their 20s and regretting their crime fighting days as Professor Utonium is now a bad dad. Yeah, I heard them talking about that. So, yeah, man, for those of you who were fans of the Powerpuff Girls, that's great. Yeah, see, you don't want to watch a fun little cartoon from when you're from your childhood. You can't have that. You want to destroy that, like we destroy everything. Sir, I know you and I don't give a crap about Powerpuff Girls because we weren't little kids, watching that stuff. But why do you do that? Why would you, this is just so much of our modern stupid culture. Why would you take something like that, which a lot of kids love from back then? A lot of people, I used to hear about it all the time. A lot of people were fans, right? It was popular.
It was huge.
It was huge. So, and this, I heard about the story today, Mark, D with a C. What the fuck are you doing? Why? What is the point of this? What fan of that show who was young, perhaps back then, especially young girls, who was watching that show wants to see this shit? Well, we know the answer. We know who wants to see this kind of shit. We know it's nobody, but a few. I'm not going to say it what they are because you're not supposed to say it. We'll just use the kinder term, SJW types. I won't use all the other. God, Mandarin. They will be fighting eating disorders and anxiety, and Mojo is a hero. And yeah, a lot of people like that show too. There you go. It was a fun show to watch with my kids since they had lots of adult inside jokes. I've heard that. I mean, I've never seen it, but I have no problem. I'm just, and why dump all over it? Why destroy it? Who brings? This has been happening, by the way, a lot. It happened with She-Ra. They're about to do it to He-Man, from what I understand. I don't know if you saw what the new She-Ra looked like. Whew. Bad stuff. Bad stuff. So, yeah, but again, that's endemic. And basically, what we talk about here a lot is remakes, reboots. I don't know. How many remakes, Flash? How many remakes do you know of? I'm talking about of very popular films. Just use films, for example, right?
Okay.
I can name you like very few that I even like, but forget whether I like them or not. How many of them do you know of that made people forget the original? I'm not saying it never happened, but how often does it really happen?
Forget or
anyone go, wow, I'd like this way better than the original.
Was better?
Well, some might say something. It just doesn't. Yeah, you can go either way. If there are a couple, I don't know which ones are better. I don't even think very many of them are better. But I get like you and I might think one is better if possible. But what do people remember down the road?
I like Cronenberg's The Fly.
Yeah, and
because again, let's be honest. Let's be brutally honest. The original with Vincent Price is a slog.
Right.
It's 310 to Yuma was good. Once again, the original's a slog.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
I thought the Night of the Living Dead remake was really good.
Okay.
It doesn't beat the original, but I thought it was really good. It doesn't beat the original, but I thought it was really good. So
most people, when you say Night of the Living Dead, are still going to think of the original.
Oh, sure, yeah,
whereas
absolutely.
If you say The Fly now, most people are going to think the Cronenberg film because I'll give you that.
Probably, yeah, probably.
Even though I'm nothing somewhat against the original that much, but yes, it's better. I love John Carpenter's The Thing the best.
Yeah.
But I still like the Howard Hawks version. But I mean, the John Carpenter's thing is a little bit closer to the short story. But that again, right. I'm not like that's me saying it's not that it never happens.
Yeah.
How many people give a flying fuck about that RoboCop remake as opposed to the classic from 1987?
Nobody.
Now, again, there's another one. The Fugitive was a damn good movie.
Yeah.
Again, but it didn't erase the series either, though. It was
See,
that's a rare occasion where they were both stand up.
That's a different situation for me, though, because I have never seen a single episode of The Fugitive.
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
it was, but still, it was a classic show. Right? But anyone who grew up watching it could watch that movie and not go, wow, I mean, I like them both.
Yeah.
But because that is a good movie.
Yeah, it's really good. But I've never seen the show.
Now, see, I have anti-interest in the Total Recall remake, but my friend Steve Dom likes it. So for him it's better than the original. I really do enjoy the original a lot. It's a goofy, fun movie, but I think even my friend Steve would agree it's not more popular. The remake's not more popular than the Schwarzenegger original.
Yeah, see, I got to remove myself from that one too because I don't like the Schwarzenegger movie either.
But which one do you think is more popular today?
Oh, definitely the Schwarzenegger one.
Yeah. So it didn't supplant it, even though, like I said, some people are going to say, like, this remake is better than that old one. I don't do it that much. But I've done it. But then sometimes a remake with good actors, it still just doesn't stand up. And the original Fright Night's one of my favorite movies of the 80s. That, I love David Tennant, but I cannot watch that thing. That remake. I just can't. It's just.
I thought it was okay. Wasn't anything great.
I really love the original, though. Well, Cobra Kai is not a remake.
I love the original.
I love Cobra Kai, Mark D with a C, but that's not a remake of any kind. It's just a continuation. Yeah. So, yeah, the Fugitive movie is not. It is sort of a remake. He's Dr. Richard Kimball and all that kind of stuff. And they wrap up in one movie that took 4 years, on TV. Yeah. Well, that's kind of where I was going with that, Stephen. What maintains the popularity? I'm not, although I think most remakes are not better, not for me, and I have no interest in seeing that Total Recall thing because the first one was just goofy fun, but I'm not that invested. But I can see someone saying some remakes. But for the most part, man, I don't know. I don't know how you get around the table in the decision-making process. Go, okay, guys, we're going to remake that. I'll give you one. I'll give you an example. I'm sorry. There are two kinds of people in this world. There are people that know that the Willis O'Brien original King Kong is far superior to both shitty remakes, and people who are wrong. The Dino De Laurentiis turd is a piece of crap from 1976. And Peter Jackson's is a big wasted piece of crap, too. I don't know if you've seen the 2005 Peter Jackson remake.
No, I'd have to quit my job to watch all of it. What is it, like 9 hours long or something?
Yeah, it's got like a couple of nice fights, fights, but and see, my friend Steve Dom I'm going to have to call a penalty on him because the 75, 70 or 76, whatever film was crap. And it rules nothing. It rules zero. Well, if you love bridges, you should cross them, but sorry, it's Willis O'Brien, the original. But nevertheless, I'll leave the 76 film alone for a second, Steve. The Peter Jackson one, here's what I don't get. Maybe somebody can explain this to me. All right. Peter Jackson, this is hot on the heels of him making one of the greatest, movie sagas of all times.
If you say so.
Lord of the Rings. I know you don't like it, but look, you know how hugely successful it was. I love it, but a lot of people don't. It's fun. Well, not a lot of people. It's very, very successful. So he's a pretty big name, right?
Right.
I don't get how, and then he utters these words. He said this in an interview. I really, really love the original King Kong by Willis O'Brien from 1933, whatever it was. So I want to remake it. I don't know how you get from point A to point B. I don't know how you get from I love this movie, I want to remake, to I want to remake it.
Because when monkey die, everybody cry.
That's Dino though.
Yeah.
Everybody shit off of my tongue. My tongue should make you cry.
When monkey die, everybody cry.
Remember that as John Belushi. Let's see here. The original Mighty Joe Young was better. I disagree. I won't fight you over it, Eric. It's not worth fighting over because it's subjective. But I disagree. I do like Mighty Joe Young. It's a good movie. But
did I ever tell you how I think I did I ever tell you how I think I screwed a remake?
You may have, but I'm sure the audience doesn't know. So
I think I did. I mean, I don't want to like paint myself to be a hero or important here, but I think I inadvertently screwed a remake.
Nice. Do tell.
Okay. So this requires a little bit of backstory. My very first show that I did when I had a show on Blog Talk, I interviewed Jeffrey Sneller and Stephen Lodge. For anybody who doesn't know, Jeffrey Sneller was the producer on Kingdom of the Spiders with William Shatner in 1977, and Stephen Lodge was one of the screenwriters. So I stayed in contact with them after the interview, and we would chat occasionally. We would send each other emails and things like that. So okay, I got to go into a little backstory here.
That's fine. Go for it.
How I got in contact with Jeffrey Sneller is just for fun. I did a trailer recut of Kingdom of the Spiders because I love Kingdom of the Spiders, and it was at a time when I was monkeying around with video editing, and I put the recut trailer up on YouTube and forgot all about it. So I get a message on YouTube from Jeff Sneller, who had somehow seen the trailer, and so that led to the interview. So after that, he wanted to do a sequel to Kingdom of the Spiders, and he and I worked briefly on a concept trailer. It was going to take place on I believe it was like a banana plantation, and we worked together on like cutting this trailer to kind of a pitch trailer. It didn't go anywhere. So I saw a news story that popped up that some studio, some fly-by-night studio, I don't remember the name of the studio, announced on I think it was Bloody Disgusting. They announced that they were going to do a remake of Kingdom of the Spiders. So I assume that Jeff Sneller was involved with this, right? So I sent him an email. I'm like, hey, congratulations on the remake. And he's like, what remake? And I said, Kingdom of the Spiders. And he goes, what are you talking about? So I sent him a link. He's angry. He's pissed. He is so pissed off. And he calls me and he's like, what is this? And I said, well, I thought you had something to do with it. He's like, no, hang on. Let me, I'm going to talk to Steven. So he got in contact with Steven, and Steven's like, I don't know anything about this. So he sends back this very terse email. He's not pissed at me, but you can tell by the email, he's pissed. And he's like, thank you very much for pointing this out to me. Igo and I are going to have a conversation. That's Igo Cantor, who was one of the producers on the original Kingdom of the Spiders. The next thing you know, the project's dead. So it vanished. And nice. Steven's like, Jeffrey's like, yeah, I had a nice long talk with Igo, and that's that. And nothing was ever said about that remake again. It vanished. and this little fly-by-night studio just disappeared off the map. And I'm like, oh man, I felt like such a narc, man. I felt like a rat. But yeah, he knew nothing about it. So
Wow.
I think I screwed the Kingdom of the Spiders remake.
I think I remember you telling me about that once, but I'm glad you got to
Yeah,
tell
it was so weird. It was so funny though. I mean, I just sent like, congratulatory email, and next thing you know, he's pissed. I'm like, oh shit.
Well, you saved the world from yet another goddamn remake. Useless remake.
I guess so. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it was going to be one of those name only things, I think, though, because I remember it said inspired by Kingdom of the
Lord.
So I think they were just taking the title and running with it. But he was so mad. He was so pissed off. He was just furious. So yeah, I think I had a hand in killing that remake.
Well, good. Just any remake being killed works for me. I'm happy about it. I mean, we're in. Well, we haven't been for a while, actually, in the remake age. I mean, it's really bad now. Everything is being now. It's not just remakes; it's reboots, and in other words, and things being brought back and really screwed over. It's been going on for a while. Don't get me wrong, but now we're in the horrible age of wokeism. So now, in addition to a remake being just giving you even more love for the original because it's so bad, now they're not just bad; they're woke garbage. And they're completely and utterly revised to have no character. We talk a lot about writing, how they can't write. 90-some-odd% of Hollywood, the BBC's completely lost it, and now Hollywood's pretty much the same way. They can't write characters anymore for the most part. They write ciphers with agendas. Rare exceptions being Cobra Kai, which is a great show. Mandalorian was pretty good. They actually have some good, they actually wrote characters on that show. Imagine that, right? But for the most part, it's all about agendas. So any remake now, even if you're someone who thinks something should be remade, and there's the thing, or brought back. We're now in, there was a time, I don't know how exactly long it would be, maybe 5 to 10, maybe some odd years ago, where if something that you really liked was going to be brought back, like a revival. Now, again, I love the Cobra Kai revival, but for the most part, if something that you really liked was going to be brought back, you go, oh, hey, did you hear that they're bringing X or Y back? I can't wait. I was hoping they would bring this back someday. The first thing you think of now is, oh, crap, I forgot it's 2021, it's 2020, it's 2019, whatever. You go, oh boy, no, don't bring it back now, because we know it's going to be woke, and woke as fuck. It's going to be all about the agenda. Everything's going to be changed about it, which is why I'm dreading what the goddamn MCU does to the Fantastic Four. That's dead on arrival to me. Again, I like WandaVision so far. It's pretty good. They haven't completely woke it up, but it's coming. I mean, they're sneaking stuff in there. I enjoy WandaVision so far. I hope it stays good. A couple of the MCU movies really got really bad. Well, not all of them. Some were all right. As I've often say, Endgame does not age well. But I've been hearing some things, for example, that Eternals is supposed to come out in a couple of days all of a sudden. And we haven't seen one frame of that movie. Have you heard anything about that? I heard. Now, again, I don't know if it's true or not. That may have been a rumor. But again, Eternals has been made for what, 2 years now at least, or something like that, a year or whatever, been finished, and we've seen nothing on it. We know it's not going to be Kirby, and we know that the only things we've heard about it is some bragging about the characters being all wokey and diverse, and they bragged that there was going to be some dudes kissing in it or something. They didn't brag about, hey, we're gonna have some great special effects and we're gonna have some great action and some cool costumes and all that stuff. No, they haven't bragged about that yet. Ace Cast Irons here. Yo, good to see you, buddy. I'm so glad you popped in, bro. Hope you're doing well, bub. So I don't know if that's true or not. Does anyone know, by the way? Yeah, by the way, that's yes. Chris Persia, I only watched the first season, which was a mistake, by the way, of the Netflix new Lost in Space show, and I thought it was horrible. You watched that, didn't you?
I watched the first season and I couldn't make it through the second season. Second season was really, 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 really bad.
Wow, worse than the first? Oh, that's bad.
I kind of enjoyed the first season. Second season was terrible.
Wow. I hated the first season, but I stuck it out through all of it.
No, I didn't even finish the second season.
I finished the first, but I can't touch the second season. I mean, because I hate it. I just kind of stuck it out, even though, you know.
Yeah, second season was awful.
Well, I believe you. I can believe that for sure. By the way, Chris Persia, I hated it. What about you? The first season I saw, did you like it? I mean, and I'm someone who is, you know, the original Lost in Space when I was a kid, along with Batman, but with Adam West, it was the gospel to me.
Yeah, see, I had an advantage. Once again, here's an advantage. I'm not a huge fan of Lost in Space. It's okay. You know what I mean? It's okay. I was never a huge fan, especially when it got really campy. That's when I just really checked out on it. Yeah, when it became so cheap and cheesy and dumb, I checked out on it. So I was never a huge fan, very casual fan. So I'm open to whatever you do with it. So yeah, I didn't really have that much of an attachment to it. So they could monkey with it all they wanted, and it really didn't matter to me. But the second season was god awful.
Well, it might surprise you to know, as much as I do love the old one, the original one. I mean, if you do make it again, I'm game to a lot of different types of changes and upgrades and updates on it, because I understand it's a product of its time. You don't do it to Star Trek or some other things that don't need it, or but on Lost in Space, I would have been game. That's why I watched the first season. And it wasn't really, even though I didn't think the story was particularly good, it's all this crap about John Robinson is a pussy, little punk bitch who his wife pushes him around like shit. Everything about this thing is just by the woke playbook. It sucks. Everything about it, but especially when I was a kid, I loved Will Robinson, of course, and I loved the robot. But as a kid, I love John Robinson. I mean, Guy Williams was just terrific, and he was the ultimate superhero to me. He was a superhero. He was great, and he was the leader, and he was the father. In this one, of course, he's a deadbeat dad. Typical Hollywood. Everything in Hollywood now. Fathers are always horrible. Fathers are always garbage in Hollywood now, and he's a punk bitch. He's a crappy father. He's a shitty husband, and he's a pussy. And that's not John Robinson's. Fuck them. That automatically from get-go, I was hating that goddamn thing, and I went all the way through it. Let's see. I barely managed through the first, but the second season was so much worse. They completely made John Robinson a point of ridicule and superfluous to any woman in the season. Oh, okay, yeah. All the women. Some women in space. And what they did with Dr. Smith. That woman was a good actress and everything. What's her name? What was it? I forgot her name.
Parker Posey.
Yeah, Parker Posey. But that cameo by Billy Mooney was disgraceful. I was like, oh, dude.
I knew I was in trouble with the second season in the first episode, because they did this really stupid thing where I think it was Maureen and Penny, or Maureen. I don't remember. But Judy, they fell into a canyon or something, and never explained how they survived the fall. They're just all of a sudden at the bottom of the canyon. Hey, we're okay. And And I don't remember what was going on, but for some reason they had to get out of there before something happened. I don't remember what it was. And like all these pipes had fallen down earlier, and it was like a setup for a video game where they had to build the pipes and get it. I'm like, this is like a Mario game or something. This is stupid. And then they resolved the Judy John thing in the first season where she was like, I hate you. Oh, never mind, I love you. And then the second season starts and she's like, I hate you again. I'm like, wait a minute, didn't we? I can see where this is going. You're just doing the first season all over again. So yeah, I couldn't make it through it.
Everything in Hollywood, and this has been a trope for a while with them. Fathers are always garbage in jokes and lousy. They are absolutely obsessed with the anti or the negative portrayal of fathers. It's a big deal with Hollywood and has been for a while. Pretty much most men now, really all men are crap, of course, but they're always that way with fathers and stuff with the garbage that they make right now. It's just terrible. I did not know that Parker Pussy is from. I did not know she was from Biloxi. Wow. Okay. I did not know that. Wow. I didn't know that, bro. But I'd do her. Sorry. But that show sucks. Yeah. It's, again, changes. So to something like that, if you're going to redo it, you could have still tried to make it interesting. I mean, and they're not one ship lost out in space either, or out landing on other planets all the time. There were a whole fleet of them, right, in the first season anyway.
Yeah, which you know what, I didn't mind, to be honest with you, because when you have a small, very small cast, because if you're just focusing on the Robinson family, like in the first show, that's a very small cast. There's not much you can do except have the occasional dopey alien show up every once in a while. So I didn't mind other people being in it, but at the same time, I'm like, well, they're really not that lost, are they?
No, it does fly in the face of the premise of the show, though.
Yeah. Because they got lost they got lost. They were officially lost at the end of the first season. I'm like, okay, here we go. You built up to it. It just took a season, the end of the season. Now they're lost. But by the first episode of the second season, they're right back where they started with all those people. I'm like, oh well, you just reset everything.
Yeah. Yep. Wasteoid crap. But again, that's everything. Again, anytime they bring anything back, they just got to screw around with it until if it ain't broke, fix it until it is. So, yeah. Again, I'm not saying this is horrible as STD or P hard, because there's nothing more horrible than STD or P hard, or except maybe current Doctor Who. Yeah, I mean, it's almost a toss-up. What's happening? And by the way, it looks like Doctor Who's probably going to get canceled. You can book it that if it doesn't get canceled this year, it's this year. But they're not going to make it to the 60th season. There won't be a 60th anniversary for Doctor Who. It's already ruined anyway. That's another absolute tragedy. What's happened to Doctor Who? Everything has to get ruined, dude. There's not much really coming out. I wonder if that's true about it. By the way, does anyone heard that about Eternals? Is it really coming out this week? Because I can't imagine that. That's got to be a mistake. Some people have said that, but again, as has been pointed out, they haven't shown anything. Have anyone seen a trailer? How's it coming out if there's no trailer?
Because I don't think anybody cares.
I don't believe. Yeah, but even movies, no one cares about their trailers. Whether you and I care about it.
But you really want to spend money on a trailer? Yeah, I don't know though. I mean, do you really want to spend money on a trailer that's something you're not sure about, and nobody really seems to care about?
No,
you just drop it on the service and forget about it.
No, I mean, I get you, but still, every movie usually gets a trailer, right?
I would think, unless they've just kind of given up on it. Because I mean, you got to think. You want to bring out. Eventually, your master plan. Eventually, your plan is to is to return to theaters, whenever that would be.
It says
That's your goal. That's where you make your $1 billion. You don't make your $1 billion off of WandaVision or Falcon and Winter Soldier. You don't make that kind of money off of those. You're making what's you're getting from your subscriptions, which I'm sure is a lot of money, but you want more money. You don't want just your subscriptions. You want more money. And with things being pushed back and things being delayed, maybe there's just no room for it anymore. Maybe there's just no master plan for it to hit the theaters anymore. I don't know.
Well, Chris Berger says November 5th, 2021. Why am I seeing something online? I just pulled it down. It says February 12th. I'm more inclined to believe what Chris Berger put there.
That sounds more realistic.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're going to get, I don't care what the movie is, you're going to get some ads and stuff. So I'm not saying I think I believe, I'm not sure. November is what they've been talking about, but I just pulled up, I just did a Google, when is the Eternals coming out? And it says February 12th, which is a couple days, I guess, right?
Is the rumor that it's being dropped on Disney Plus?
No, it doesn't say anything. It's just not going to give me. Let's see here. Maybe this. See, the release date on some of these other ones still say this is some stupid rumor. I think what Chris has got is probably right.
Probably
November. Yeah, I think you're right, Chris. I think it's just
that's probably right.
Yeah, and again, excuse me. Who asked for this movie? Raise your hand if you look. You all know me and Kirby. Look, just this past week was the anniversary of his death, the day the comics died, right? And I'm torn up about it. Of course, I love Jack Kirby. Eternals was never one of my favorites of his works. Yeah, I love him, but it was never my favorite. Still, it was good stuff. That's some great art. It was him sort of trying to recapture his fourth world. It was not. I mean, it was. When he moved back to Marvel in the mid 70s, Kirby was kind of trying to recapture that.
I got to be honest. I've never heard of it.
Well, it wasn't that big. It lasted like 18-something issues. This was in the mid 70s. See, Kirby, obviously you've heard of the New Gods and you've heard of the Fourth World stuff. Right, sure. With Darkseid. Well, when he went back to Marvel after he got pissed off at DC in around 74, 5, whatever it was, he did a whole slew of not only a couple of his own comics that he wrote and drew, but he did a lot of covers. And he did the Eternals, and he did set it in the Marvel Universe, of course. But kind of ran sort of independent of that. It was him. It was similar, not exactly like his Fourth World, but it seemed to me like it was him trying to kind of recapture that a little bit. And I love his art, and I love the art in it, but it was really not that big. Then sometime in the late 80s or whatever, they had Sal Buscema did a series for a while. They brought it back for a short time. It didn't do very well. And then sometime in the, I don't know, late 2000s, Neil Gaiman tried it again. Jesus is my king. Welcome. That's my buddy Steve. Smart Steve 68. Thanks for popping in, man. I like that name. So it was never. It had the Kirby series. It had that short run one, or however long. I don't know how long it lasted. The one with Buscema. It had Neil Gaiman one. So no, nobody's heard of it, dude. Unless you're like a hardcore comic geek like me or something. And it's not his greatest story. It's not his greatest characters. I like the art and everything, but it's not, it's not his fort. It's not in a class with what he did with the Fourth World stuff. Which they're doing. Oh God, Eternals. If that turns out to be the fart in the wind that we think it will be, no one's going to care that much. Because and if it turns out to be good, that'll be fine. It'll be like a big surprise, like Guardians of the Galaxy or something like that. They're about to screw over the New God. They're making that movie right now, dude. New Gods. And that is going to be a big pile of shit. Just get ready. Because it's going to be, oh, God. I'm not even going to talk about the person that got writing and directing this crap. Another disgrace to Kirby that will be. So, yeah, just get ready. So, Eternals, I don't know. Let's see here. Oh, there was a Super Bowl promo for Eternals. How did I miss that? Might be a Disney Plus event. Well, if they put it up there, I'll watch it. But now I did sit through. I guess I must have missed that promo. I have to try to find it. Thanks, Chris. I appreciate that, man. I did not know that. Wow, that is wild, weird stuff. Weird. But I will check that. But yeah, the turn again. Nobody's gonna, dude. They did a good job of advertising Guardians of the Galaxy. And it's true, nobody knew who the Guardians of the Galaxy were outside of comic book geeks. But they made it, I mean, they advertised it for a long time before the movie came out, if you'll remember. And it appealed to people. You know, people were looking forward to it. This is a movie that's been made all this time, yet they won't show you anything from it. What does that tell you? I will watch that when possible, sir. Thank you. But I know what you did watch this with. Did I lose you, Flash?
No, I'm here.
Okay, I know what you did watch this weekend, Flash.
What did I watch?
And I don't want you to deny it either. I know what you watched. I know you watched it, and I don't want you denying it either. Okay? So be upfront with me about this. You watched Queen Latifah's The Equalizer, didn't you?
No, I didn't even know that was a thing. It popped up on my phone. Watch The Equalizer. I'm like, what? The Equalizer? What the hell are you talking about? It came out of nowhere.
Oh, Queen Latifah.
No, I didn't even know that was a thing.
Won't be for long.
Popped up or something, and I'm like, oh, okay, whatever.
Oh shit. Yeah. You're supposed. How long do you think? I mean, obviously, it, like the Super Bowl itself, got garbage ratings. So, holy shit.
Yeah, I didn't even know that existed. It popped up in something. I don't remember what it was. It was kind of this desperate thing. Hey, you watch The Equalizer? I'm like, what? I thought it was like reruns of the old show or something. I thought it was like Pluto TV or something when it popped up. I'm like, oh, they have The Equalizer on? And I'm like, what? What is this?
Yeah.
Where did that come from?
Look, everyone. All right. I don't want to sound bad and everything. Look, I think I saw that first Denzel Washington Equalizer. I like the old show. It was a cool old show. Denzel Washington Equalizer. It's not an offensive movie or anything. He's cool, and I can believe Denzel Washington kicking some ass. I can get into it. It is all right. It's not the show, but I can get into Denzel Washington kicking some ass. It's fine. Queen Latifah, on the other hand, kung fuing and chop socky a bunch of dudes and throwing guys all over the place. Are you shitting me? Oh, what in the hell?
No, did not even know that existed.
Well, it won't for long.
Which shows you how little I pay attention. It used to be you knew stuff was coming up. You know what I mean? You're like, oh, this show's going in production. This show's coming on this fall. And then it just pops up on your phone. Hey, watch this. I'm like, watch what?
Well, see, the hockey that you watch is on some of the NBC affiliates and stuff like that. I don't think it's on CBS. Because I mean CBS, because all you see is BS, and because it was ads, for it was, and they put it on. Remember how they used to put like really important stuff or big shows after the Super Bowl,
right?
Like the season premiere.
Yeah, they would. Yeah,
like X-Files or 24 or something like that.
Right.
Holy shit.
See, I live in a very isolated world because my hockey is a local channel. It's AT&T Sportsnet, so it's just Pittsburgh. Once in a while it'll air on NBC. And to be honest with you, that's all I'm watching. I mean, I just don't watch anything.
Well,
I don't even know when The Walking Dead's coming back.
Probably never. No, they're making it. Oh, dude,
it's later this month or something. I think. I don't know.
Matthew Anderson, are you serious? You're not punking this, are you? Did Gina Carano get fired?
I don't think so.
Because that is some major bullshit if she got fired. Fuck you, Disney, even if you didn't fire. But if Disney fired Gina Carano, they can die and rot in hell. They're bad enough. Parrot. Well, if there's no more Mando for Carano, there's no more Mando for me either. Is that true? I wonder if it's true. I have to look it up now. Anyone know this? I'm not doubting you, Matthew Anderson. By the way, I'm just saying I've heard that they got a lot of idiots trying to get her fired because they think she has opinions they don't like, and we can't have that, Flash. You can't have your opinions or anything. You can't tweet whatever you want and do whatever you want in today's world. So, well,
no, I knew there was some things going on, but I don't know if they did or not. To be honest,
we've been trying. Let's see here. Holy shit! It's Variety saying it. I mean, it's all over. Well, Disney, you just screwed yourself in the face. All that goodwill you built up with the Luke Skywalker appearance and the Mandalorian and shit like that. Oh, my God. They really did it.
I had not seen that.
Well, it's all over. I mean, holy shit. Yeah, thanks, Matthew Anderson. I appreciate you for bringing that to my attention because this is something, this is big in fandom. Now, it's like a lot of people were willing to, give Disney more of the benefit of the doubt after they destroyed Star Wars. And then a lot of people were liking the Mandalorian and, accepting that they seemed like they wanted to try to do better. And they're going to pull this shit. No, you didn't bring Matthew Anderson. I really appreciate you doing that. Thank you so much. About listen to comics with Neurotic was on there with them. They just dropped it right in the middle of the street. This is fucking pathetic. Fuck you, Disney, you pieces of shit. We should all stop watching any of their shit. I mean, I don't pay for their stupid app. If I did, I would get rid of it right now. Fuck them. I'm not even gonna. I don't know if I want to watch WandaVision now. I'll never watch any of their Star Wars shit ever. If they make out not even Mandalorian, Book of whatever. What's it, Book of Boba Fett? They can fuck themselves.
They hate people like me. Because as soon as I finish watching what I'm watching, I drop the subscription.
Yeah,
I know it's only $6, but I'm like, really nothing on your own to watch. Which leads me to worry that eventually these streaming services are probably going to start requiring some kind of commitment. You know what I mean? Like your phone. Yes. Because I think it's a real problem, not just with Disney Plus, but with a lot of streaming services. Because people say, "Oh, I want to cut the cord, right? I want to get rid of my cable." Because I'm paying a lot of money for a lot of shit I'm not watching, which is true. Um, I cut mine. Mine's gone. I don't have any cable anymore because it was like I'm watching the Penguins, and anytime I would like bring up the guide, it was like a Roseanne marathon again or something. You know what I mean? It's the same shit over and over again. It's like some channel runs Roseanne all day long, or runs, uh, don't get me wrong, I like Star Trek: The Next Generation, but BBC America, it was like Star Trek: The Next Generation was on constantly, like all day long. It's like I can watch this on Netflix or whatever. What the hell are you doing? So I cut my cable, right? So a lot of people have dropped their cable, and they're like, "Well, I'll just get this streaming service." Oh wait, I want this streaming. And next thing you know, you're right back up to your cable bill again. And so people are basically just a la carting. Like I'll have Disney Plus for The Mandalorian. Then when The Mandalorian's gone, I'm going to dump Disney Plus. I'm going to get, I don't know, Peacock or something. And when I'm done with Peacock, I'm going to drop it. And, it's just intermittent, up and down, up and down, up and down. So I'm worried eventually it's just going to be, you're just going to be locked into some kind of commitment. Because that business model can't sustain itself.
Yeah, probably not. I hear that they're not. I mean, that their stupid Disney Plus is not doing well.
That's probably all over the place.
Yeah,
probably peaks and valleys, up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. And it's, and it's like, I'll give you another example. I'll give you two examples. People think streaming is the answer. Not yet. It's not. I'll tell you what, it's not yet. Peacock. Have you looked at Peacock?
No.
Okay. Well, we downloaded Peacock, and it's like Peacock's free, and it's like, okay, cool. So you got to watch some commercials. Oh well, you got to watch some commercials, whatever. But they give you all the shit for free. And the stuff you really want to watch, you have to move to a tier. So now you got to pay for, Bride of Frankenstein was on there, right? And I'm like, I'm going to watch Bride of Frankenstein. Oh, no, you have to have the tier for this. I'm like, okay, what is this bullshit? And then every movie I would click on, oh, well, you got to upgrade, you got to upgrade, you got to upgrade. So Peacock, F you, you're out of here. And the other one, my wife loves the ID channel, the murder shows, the true murder shows. And Discovery ID launched their own service, their own streaming service. But in the streaming race, they launched a clunky, junky mess that at exactly 20 minutes into every show, it just stops. It just stops. And it's like, what the hell? And because so you're going to have to get it together, people. So, I mean, this is not the answer right now either. So that's why people drop it here and there. You have it, for whatever you want to watch, and then you dump the stupid thing. So, yeah, I'm kind of worried that eventually it's going to go that route. And then you're right back to a cable bill.
Well, what can you do?
Because that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing right now with Penguins games, because they were able to break the monopoly. It was, because like every other sport, it's subject to blackouts, which makes a lot of sense, right? It makes a whole lot of sense. Oh, hey, I live in the Pittsburgh area. I want to watch the Pittsburgh Penguins. Well, no, you're blocked. What do you mean I'm blocked? Like if you get the NHL channel, you're blocked, blacked out. So you had to have cable pretty much to watch the Penguins. And then a news service got the rights to broadcast the games. So it's a streaming service. So I've got that now, and that's how I'm watching the Penguins games. But once the season's over, I'll dump that. I'll dump that one too. Yeah. And then I'll pick it back up. It's too easy. It's too easy. You cancel it, and then you just, re-enlist later.
You watch Pluto
So
TV,
those days are probably coming.
Yeah, you do use Pluto, right?
Pluto, yeah, I like Pluto, but I can't get my sports there.
No, I'm just saying. Have you seen Airy TV?
No.
AIRY.TV. This thing, man, I can't believe it. I mean, again, I don't know how they do it. I don't know. It can't last long. It does the same. It's the same principle as Pluto, right? So it's an app. They have. Listen here. It's streaming TV. They have some live streams too. They have. Let's see here. Classic movies. There's a little one. Classic TV series. They have a 60s classics 1 and 2 and 3. 70s classics 1, 2, and 3. They got horror, sci-fi TV. They've got a Dragnet channel, a Bob Newhart channel, a Dukes of Hazzard channel, a My Three Sons channel, a Jeffersons channel, a Mission Impossible channel, a Three Stooges channel, a Barney Miller channel, Columbo, obviously I'm in the good stuff, well, the Fugitive channel, My Little Margie channel, Perry Mason channel, Streets of San Francisco channel, Are You Being Served channel, the Phil Silvers channel, Green Acres channel. Jesus Christ.
It's so weird.
It is weird. And when you click on, when you watch, well, they got a Doctor Who one, of course. When you Adam 12 is on now. Let's see here. Petticoat Johnson's on right now. The old Friday the 13th series is on now. What in the hell? Misfits of Science comes on. Dude. It's insane. Now, when you watch one, when you hit one on there, Project Storytime. Thanks for popping in. Good to see you, sir. I hope to see you Saturday. I'm really pissed off about Gina Carano. It's really sad, man. When you click on one of these, and the show comes on, it shows, like, for example, it says under at the bottom, Doctor Who by www.archive.org. So it's linking to that.
They're mirroring something.
Yeah, they do it. They do it with YouTube too. Let's see if I put it on something else. There's a musical. Sports has tennis, rugby, table tennis, climbing. Yeah, there's not much sports. Let's see here. Let me, for example, go to Dragnet. If I go to the Dragnet channel, yeah, it goes to www.archive.org. Some of the ones I go on go to YouTube even.
Oh, that won't fly.
A lot of them are, I mean, the other day when I turned this thing on to check it out, it was off for a couple of days. I thought, uh-oh, somebody got him. And then when I went back, and then now it's on. Oh, it's friggin' live. They got live streams. It's called Airy TV, and tons of stuff to watch. Jesus Christ, the hell? They got a mystery channel and action
sketchy.
Yeah, we don't know how long they're going to last. Chris Persia, there is not a Car 54 Where Are You channel yet. Oh, yes. Just Joe. Hey, Jobber, what's up, bro? Good to see you. Yes, that's the Friday the 13th series.
That's on the dog shit channel.
They got a blaxploitation channel. They've got a Kung Fu
on the WTF channel.
Yep. Oh, a lot of Western channels. Why is there a Dukes of Hazzard channel? I don't know. No, I'm just saying. Jesus Christ. So yeah. Oh God, what was that girl's name? Roby? Remember Roby?
Yes.
Yeah, I liked Roby. I thought she was cute. Did you think she? Oh, Greatest American Hero channel too. Dude, this is insane. ArchiveTV.org. I don't know, but like I said, I was on one earlier that said YouTube. Maybe that's for the streaming ones.
Somebody's gonna get in trouble.
Airy Westerns TV One by Chauffeur Media. They come. A lot of them are from different places. But I will keep you posted, Chris Persia, in case they do A car 54. Where are you, Chad? Oh man, I tell you what, that pisses me off about Gina. She never bothers anyone. She never hurts anyone. She gives opinions, and actually, she doesn't even do that. She does not get political, by the way. She does not. It's just that she just refused to put pronouns in her bio. That's what all started all this shit back in the last summer. Because how dare her be able to make her own decisions, right? And I forgot there was some tweet she just did that broke the camel's back, I guess. But it wasn't really all that political. Oh yeah. Do you want to know what she? It was an Instagram post. Do you know what she wrote? What she put up there?
No.
Want to tell you?
Sure.
All right. This is the post, everyone. That I guess, I mean, they were already going after her. Here's what she said. This is what Gina Carano said on her Instagram. She wrote, Jews were beaten in the streets, not by Nazi soldiers. She's speaking of Nazi Germany, but by their neighbors. Well, obviously by Nazi soldiers as well, but also by their neighbors, even by children, because history is edited. Most people today don't realize that to get to the point where Nazi soldiers could be easily round up thousands of Jews, the government first made their own neighbors hate them simply for being Jews. How is that any different from hating someone for their political views? The post was originally posted. Basically, she was talking about how she was just talking about people not hating each other for their political views is the point she was making. And
okay. Sounds harmless enough.
It sounds harmless to me. She was basically just making a point of, people who round each other up and hate each other and try to get each other canceled and shit lead to governments doing horrible things. People let governments. She's basically saying people let governments screw everybody over. That's what she said. What she basically says.
She ain't wrong.
No, she ain't wrong. Now again, she ain't wrong, but that doesn't matter now. But I guess that's enough. She can, by the way, she can't have an opinion, but everybody else on that set, including Pedro Pascal can come out and call people he doesn't like who vote a certain way Nazis, and it's okay. He did it. Fine. He didn't get fired, folks. So it's about having the right opinions, Disney. Well, you can screw off and die. That's where we are right now, folks. It's 1984. That's right. He did. He did call anybody, basically anyone who doesn't vote the way that Pedro Pascal votes is a ratsy. But it's fine. But so you're entitled to your opinion if it's the right one. That's the story right there, right? So, got to have that right opinion, buddy, or you're in trouble. So she's fired for that. Unbelievable. For stating something that was true. So anyway. And that's just pisses me off.
I'm still baffled how we as a society reached a point where something as stupid and idiotic as Twitter and Reddit and you name it, Facebook, dictates who we like and who we don't like and how we feel and how we don't feel. And it just baffles me. Because I mean, here's my thing. If I like you, I like you. I don't give a fiddler's fuck about your politics. I don't give a fiddler's fuck about your religion. I don't give a fiddler's fuck about any of it. I either like you or I don't like you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't care. I don't care. I don't care who you vote for. I don't care what your religion is. I don't care about any of that. But yet somehow it's taken over to something as stupid and meaningless as Twitter.
Yeah, and this was Instagram.
I don't even have Twitter.
Twitter's where all this started, but yeah, this was on Instagram. But they follow her everywhere because they've been trying to get her fired since June. They did it, and they succeeded. Fired. You know, again, this all started because she wouldn't put pronouns in her bio. And then when they kept picking on her to do it because Pascal did it and tried to talk her into it, you know what she did? She finally put them in there. She put beep bop boop. Well, that was considered transphobe. She's a transphobe for putting beep bop boop, just because she doesn't want to put her fucking pronouns in a bio. Fuck you, motherfuckers. Why should again? I want everyone to be able to say whatever they want. If you want to put your pronouns in your bio, go ahead. Don't tell everybody else what to do. I want Pedro Pascal's stupid wimp ass to be able to call anybody names that he wants, and I don't want him canceled either. But I want Gina Carano to have the same rights that Pedro Pascal has. That's all. And she never really gets all that politically specific. That wasn't a politically specific thing. And oh, by the way, she never called anybody who voted away she may not like ratsies like somebody else did, but who's got still has his job. It's pathetic. Disney is absolutely. You know, they had built up some goodwill with their Luke Skywalker cameo at the end of The Mandalorian. I liked it. I thought the show was okay. Good show. Was enjoying it. And a lot of fans who were pissed off at him for their piece of filth, horrible trashing of Luke Skywalker and their garbage sequel trilogy were, not all, some still didn't forgive them, but some were like, okay, we'll give you guys a chance if you're going to do something that we can enjoy. You know, we're giving you the benefit of the doubt, and they do this shit. And they knew that a lot of the same fans who don't like the prequel trilogy, the sequel trilogy, like Gina Carano. They like her. Cara Dune's an okay character. She's a pretty good character. They like her because she's cool and she doesn't and she's one of the few that doesn't trash people for their opinions one way or the other. They like her because she's friendly to fans. And I don't know if you know about this, Flash. There's a YouTuber by the name of Drunk 3PO. He's got a Star Wars type and other type of Geeks with the Geeks and Gamers, and he's a great dude. Gina did an interview with him.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Well, because she did that interview, they hate her even more. And this guy's just a nice dude. By the way, tonight, here's how evil this guy is. He was having a charity stream with a bunch of big YouTubers to fight, to raise money to fight human trafficking. What a monster. But no, he's evil because he's not an SJW scumbag. Yes, SJWs are filth, the filth of this world. The cancelers. And yet, I want them to be able to have the same rights to be able to say what they want to say, too.
Speaking of do-gooders, I heard you last night on Latino Slant Show.
Oh, last night? I was there.
Yeah.
I was wasn't on. Oh, yeah, I was on with him tonight. Yeah.
Yeah. Saving the puppies.
Yeah, that was pretty good, huh?
Yeah.
A nice cause. Yeah, Paulie's a good dude, and that was a very nice. Yeah, I love puppies, and they got
puppies.
Yeah, and I was on with him today. He did a little like a stream today, talking about it a little bit, about last night's show. I moderate this chat for him because it gets pretty crazy, and I'm what we call a wrench, but I'm nowhere near in the class of the great wrenches like Eric K. and Chris Persia, of course. They're master wrenches.
See, this is all new to me. What the hell is a wrench?
Well, if a moderator,
oh, okay.
You give them moderating power in the chat, and they can handle. They can put they can post links.
Well, I've been out of the game a long time.
Well, that's a new thing for me too until I came over here. And you could, like, if someone's being an asshead, you can bounce them or put them in timeout. All that kind of stuff. You have power.
Ooh.
They did this to hurt our side and reward the High Republic comic side. That's right, the High Republic. Oh god, the High Republic is this trash that Disney's releasing. It's a series of books, comics, all tied into one story. It takes place, of course, I guess, a long time ago. It's got younger Yoda in it. It's basically very sequel trilogy like because it's by a bunch of jackasses. Again, Disney, incidentally, it's by a bunch of idiots who are the most horrible bunch of bigots out there. One of the writers, I'm not going to say her name. She's a piece of Justin Aaron. I can't remember her name. She's on record saying the most hateful crap about white people. And of course, but that's okay. It's perfectly fine. And all of them they're man-hating bunch of SCW crap, and they're the worst, horrible-looking comics and books I've ever seen. They've been announcing this for like a year ago, and it started to come out, and nobody's touching it because it's shit.
Well, if the Walt Disney Company wants to really put their money where their mouth is, why don't they change the name of the company? Because Mr. Disney was a notorious anti-Semite.
If they could, they would. If they could get away from that name, Disney, I guarantee you they would do it, and they would come out but they can't.
Notorious.
Yeah, they can't do it. I don't see any way legally. How would they get away from it? It's too big. The name's too big. Of course, the way they're just shitting all over the name and ruining it, who knows? Have y'all seen Anna, that Star Wars go redrop? Oh yeah. Oh God. Have you seen the new? At least we could talk about something funny with that new She-Hulk crap. Have you seen that? Oh God, dude, you got to see it.
No.
I'll show it to you in a minute. That is true though. But yep, Disney hires racists all the time, and of course, yeah, they made that horrible Mulan live action remake thing, and they made it right out in front of one of their I can't even say that camps that people have to concentrate in. Put it like that. This was done as an attack on the Luke fans. That's exactly right. So does anyone want to, at least since this is a horrible thing that happened to Gina, no one can do anything about it, I guess, unfortunately, except support her. But has anyone, a lot of shows have talked about this, has anyone seen what the new She-Hulk looks like from Marvel? Yeah, no one buys any Marvel shitty or DC comics anyway. But has any of you seen
comic related?
Yeah, it's a new comic. And but they're coming out with a TV show too. So let's see here. You want to have some fun here. She's just the hottest thing ever, dude. I've kind of spoiled that, haven't I?
Showed your hand.
Yeah, kind of just gave that one away. So I can find it. The new She-Hulk. Yeah, I think. Yeah. Oh, where is that thing? I'm trying to find it. Where's the one? She-Hulk. I'm trying to find it, everyone. I've seen it everywhere now. Can't find the goddamn thing. Anyone have any clues on how to find that? Yeah, the He-Hulk. How do you find this goddamn thing? I thought it would be easier to find. It's everywhere. Where are you? Oh, I think I may have found that. Well, crap. I'm trying. Oh, there it is. Got it. All right. All right, everyone. I'm not making it up. This is not a joke. I mean, most people have seen this by now, but Flash hasn't seen it yet. So I tried to.
It takes forever to find anything because the internet is so gummed up now. It's like using the Dewey Decimal System all over again.
You know what this shows, though? Yes, Marvel comic geeks on online have been finding this and talking about it the past couple of days. I had to go way, way down to the bottom to find it because no one buys fucking comic books anymore. We're just acting like this. Everyone knows about it because everyone's been talking about this shit. But the fact is, the reason why it took me so long to goddamn find this thing is because nobody buys funny books anymore. Anyway, here we go. Let's find this. This is... Oh, crap. All right, everyone ready? Let's see. Let me make it even more disgusting by making it larger. How you like them apples, Charlie?
What the hell is that?
That is, quote unquote, She-Hulk.
It just looks like the Hulk.
How dare you? You should be fired, just like Gina Carano. Yeah.
What's the difference?
That's Jennifer Walters. She no longer looks like this or like this. You know, this is no. No more of this, folks. Yep. No more tits, by the way. You guys like that? You like that She-Hulk? Or do you like He-Hulk?
I'm baffled.
Oh. Let me ask you this. How well do you think this is going to sell? Trick question, right? Look at that. Who's going to buy this crap? You know, for those who don't know.
And what's the explanation for the appearance?
Because they think that's inclusive. I mean, I'm not going to read the comic to find out, but they just said it's just a change. They just decided to change her look. I don't know the story. She's on Easter Island. I mean, what possible explanation could you have for that? They think people want to see this bullshit, but nobody's going to buy it.
And I wonder why people aren't buying comic books anymore.
You know, well, look, and here's the thing: it's a trend. They're doing this to a lot of female characters. They don't look like, they don't look like women anymore. They don't look like, you know how the comic book ideal is always, both extraordinarily fit men and women. They've been changing that for years, dude. Women, the breasts have been disappearing, like melting overnight. Shapeless, kind of, some of the superhero ones that have been some of the most beautiful women are now this kind of crap. They're getting away from, no more of this, no more of this. Look how popular. Remember how popular She-Hulk was? Later, see, originally when She-Hulk popped up, everyone, of course, as a lot of people know, Apollonie's Minion. Good to see you there. When she first appeared in the Savage She-Hulk, and then like 1980 or whatever it was, Marvel was trying to protect the copyright. They didn't want anyone, DC or anyone coming, especially DC, coming along and doing their own little she version of the Hulk or some kind of crap like that. They were saying with Spider-Woman before that and stuff. And that's why it was done. And the book was not popular. The Savage She-Hulk, the first book that had Stan Lee's name as the writer in the first issue with John Buscema doing it with him. And later Mike Vosberg did the art. I mean, it was never a good comic. Then in the late 80s, John Byrne took it over because John Byrne, in fact, before that, though, they put her in, before John Byrne took over, they put her in the Avengers for some reason. See, this is what her first comic looked like, her very first issue. And, they put her in the Fantastic Four. and she was not as popular. I didn't like her. I thought she was annoying. Like, ugh, we got to put her in the Avengers and the Fantastic Four. And then John Byrne got a hold of her for the sensational She-Hulk series that he did. Fourth wall breaking comic. Of course, he was really in love with her. He was obsessed with She-Hulk. And made her really popular. It was a very popular comic. It got, it did very well. Imagine that. And of course, that's kind of why right there. Imagine that. She looks like a woman. Not horrible. Look at this. They can't do that anymore. These days are gone, buddies. If you like those comics. So no, this is over. She-Hulk looking like a woman now. Can't have that. And again, they're making a TV show. Let me ask you this, Flash. You think they're going to make her more like this for the TV show, or like this?
Oh,
They've got a real dumb bitch writing it and directing it, and producing it or whatever. They got an absolute idiot doing it. Working for Disney now. They hired to do this thing if it actually gets made. But even still, do you think even Disney, of course, Disney morons who just fired one of their most popular people off of one of their popular shows for no good reason? Who they are? I like WandaVision, but they're probably going to really MCU that to death. I mean, certainly the MCU looks like it's going to be bad. Will they be stupid enough to put this as a TV show?
I'm gonna err on the side of caution here and say I'll believe the TV show when it airs. You can announce anything you want. You can announce shows and movies till the cows come home. Honestly, I'm not convinced it's ever going to happen, to be honest with you. I'm not convinced it's going to happen. I'm not convinced Moon Knight's going to happen. There's a lot of it I'm not convinced of. You can do anything you want. I mean, we'll see. I don't know. I'm skeptical.
I am too, because of coof things like that. But if they make it, it's probably going to be closer to this, but somewhere in the middle. I don't know. I can't see them. I mean, now I can believe them being that stupid. But if you'd asked me like 20 minutes ago or before we found out about Gina Carano, I'd have thought they have some self-preservation, left in them. But I don't know. By the way, Apollonie's Binion, thank you. That is wonderful news. The Drunk 3PO's channel for their fundraiser, which is for, I believe it was for fighting human trafficking, raised $32,000. Yeah, that's the gentleman who Gina Carano went on the show with. He's a great YouTuber and a great dude and stuff. A real nice guy. He's done. I mean, this guy has dedicated his life to helping kids in other countries and all this kind of stuff. Nice dude. His big thing, he loves Star Wars and he loves theme parks. This is a theme park show and stuff with the great Geeks and Gamers people. A super nice dude. And he interviewed Gina, and it was a great interview, and it was really fun. But no, he's apparently an evil monster. And according to scumbag SJWs, he gets a lot of attacks from him. He's a great dude. Drunk 3PO. Nice job. They did that just the past few hours. That's nice. Thank you, Apollonie's Minion. I appreciate that. That is some nice news to hear after hearing about Gina. And I hope Gina will be okay. I don't, she's just such a sweet person. If you watch an interview her, she's a sweetheart. She's a nice young woman who she's never hurt anybody, you fucking scumbags. Never hurt anybody. Fuck you, Disney, you pieces of shit. What a bunch of slime bag motherfuckers. You're going to keep a dickhead who calls half the country Yahtzees, but Gina called no one anything, didn't insult anybody. You're going to fire. Fuck you, you pieces of dog shit. Fuck you, Bob Iger. And fucking Kathleen Kennedy, you piece of dog shit. Fuck you all. And I know it's not Jon Favreau's fault. I'm sure he didn't fire. I don't. I doubt. You know, no one's blaming Jon Favreau. I don't think he's to blame for this. It's pieces of shit like Bob Iger who let it all happen, and Bob Chapek and fucking Kathleen Kennedy. Go fuck yourselves, you scumbags. Jesus fucking Christ. So
And Tom Brady.
yeah, well, you know, now I'm well disposed to Tom Brady. I'm glad he won. I hope he goes back and gets another ring next year. I hope he gets another ring. Because you know why? It pisses off. Tom Brady took a lot of a heat and attack. They're pissed off at him for winning another one because they all hate him. You know why they hate Tom Brady, the SJWs?
No.
You don't know, really? Well, you know who he's
No,
pals with.
I honestly don't.
You know
I
who he's
honestly
pals.
don't.
You know who he's pals with?
No.
A certain former president. In 2015, they found a certain red hat in his locker, and he's been known to golf and be good friends with a certain president that I'm sure, orange person, orange man, bad. Yeah, I'm telling you, that's why they hate his guts. They hate him. So I'm glad he won. Now, and even though I joke about him, I still don't think he's the greatest of all time. I think he's the greatest of his time, but I'm glad he won. That's right. He's friends with Orange Man. That's right. I don't know if Jon Favreau is as bad as not Steve Mitchell. I don't know if that's true or not, man. I don't know. I don't think he's the one that fired her. That's Bob Iger's bullshit and Kathleen Kennedy's bullshit. Who will hire Gina now? The Hollywood blacklist from the 50s has returned by the time people calling themselves, you know, they were so far from classical liberals now. Yeah, so I don't know that about Favreau. I've never heard Favreau do anything or say anything else. I mean, he seemed to honestly want to make good Star Wars. I mean, he made The Mandalorian, and he didn't put a lot of political horse shit in it. So, I don't know. Favreau seems to legitimately care about Star Wars, but he's not the boss. So I don't think he's nearly, I mean, I don't know that he's nearly as bad as Bob Iger or Bob Chapek. Or especially Kathleen Kennedy, Jar Jar Abrams, who's not there anymore. He's going over to Warner to destroy that because he is the cinematic antichrist, as the great Doomcock says. He is the destructor of all. So I'm sorry I made you all look at that just to give you a release from that. Since you had to look at that stupid crap for so long, at least give you something pretty to look at. Yeah. And yes, I like Garina Ryan's Slave Girl. Sue me. Although She-Hulk's not as good as Susan Oliver. I don't know that he ever did that. If Favreau did that, he's a piece of crap. I know that there was a different Jon Favreau that worked for Barry O. But I've never heard the Jon Favreau at this Jon Favreau do it, but maybe so. If he did, then to hell with him. What's that? What? Tom Brady knows Starfire? I don't know what you mean. Whatever do you mean, sir? Oh, well, in that case, he can go screw himself too. Then I did not know that. Wow, that is wild, weird stuff. Well, if that is the case, Steve Mitchum, I apologize to you, sir. If he did that, then he can fuck and then he can off. So yeah. What a dirtbag if he's doing that crap. Only way to hurt Disney is for everyone to boycott The Mandalorian, hit him if it ever gets made. Look, I never paid a dime to watch it. Yeah. Oh, look, I love Yvonne Craig. She's my first love of life. She and then Marta Kristen, Judy Robinson. But as the Green Ryan Slave Girl, is it possible to top Susan Oliver? Is it possible to be better than Susan Oliver? What do you think about that? Who's the best Orion Slave Girl? Flash.
I gotta go with Yvonne.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
What about the ones on Enterprise? They were fantastic too.
I forgot about them.
Woo! I didn't.
I did. I forgot about that. Yeah, I might have to go Enterprise.
Yeah, they were. Jesus Christ. Yeah, everyone. This is what Marvel Comics doesn't think should be in their comics anymore, because that would sell comics, wouldn't it? Yeah. So I'll give you some eye candy, at least, since we have, shitty news. But I love Yvonne Craig. Well, this is really terrible about Gina. I hope she's going to be okay. She is blacklisted, but there's still stuff out there. I don't know her situation. This is just pathetic, though. That's right. Toy sales were in the toilet until Mandalorian, and then the toy sales went up. I'm not going to buy anything anymore. I haven't bought anything from Disney in a while anyway, but screw them. Well, that's a bummer, Flash. I tell you what, I feel bad for her.
Yeah.
It's a damn shame, man. And I thought in all seriousness, Cara Dune was a pretty good character. Oh, well, that makes me feel better. Gina's family is rich. They own a major casino in Reno. Well, good. I know she's originally from like Texas or something. Well, that's good. But still, this is bullshit. She didn't hurt anybody. Fuck off, Disney. And well, shit, man. Let's see. Here's Disney. Here's Gina. Disney. Gina. Disney. Gina. Just saying. I don't even know anymore. Yep. All right. Well, I tell you what, this fucking sucks, man. I did have a little fun with some comic book art earlier. I'm gonna do it. I think what? Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry, everyone. I am just kind of pissed about it. Really sucks, man. I should cheer up, shouldn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I got fired a long time ago, so way it goes. But I wasn't on the Mandalorian, was I? They pissed it all away, bud. All that good. I mean, people were actually thinking they were going to fix Star Wars too, which, my friends, a lot of people who were, and there have been a lot of rumors and stuff about different things about retconning the filthy sequel garbage trilogy and changing it, and dumping it and changing things back and just ignoring it and all that crap. I never really bought into it, but a lot of people really thought this was possible. And look, if you had that hope, God bless you. I mean, if you really thought it was possible, I was skeptical, but when people would talk about all these things I keep hearing, I'm like, well, look, hey, I didn't think so, but I didn't argue with anyone either. As if they told me they thought it was going to happen. I'm going to say right now, there's no chance in hell they're going to fix anything, and I will never believe it. So anyone who believed that there was some kind of hope and possibility, and I believe that anything was possible. I entertained the idea. Now it's over. Because if they're doing this kind of shit, that's exactly right, Jesus. Jesus is my king. Number 68. It's dashed now. It's over. It's over. They'll make The Mandalorian. And I like the show. I thought it was okay. I'll never watch it again. They'll make Boba Fett, right? Which one is Boba Fett supposed to be first?
Yes.
Yeah. I won't be watching that or anything that they do anymore under the auspices of Star Wars. And I guess since I've been reviewing and I'll finish watching WandaVision, and I don't know. I'm not paying any money to watch any of them, so. Let's see here. What little hope I had for them fixing sequel trilogy is gone. All roads lead to Ray. That's right. Canadian Spider-Man does whatever a Canadian spider can. Yeah, the SAWs won this round. They won it. Good to see you, Canadian Spider-Man. We're just all bummed out about Gina Carano. Well, not everybody, but I am. I just think it's a damn shame. Yeah, but I don't know about you. You like the Mandalorian Flash. I thought Akara was a pretty cool character. I liked her, and
yeah,
thought she was. I'm not saying she needed her own show or anything. I'd watch it. I'd watch it,
no.
but
I guess you could have developed something, but
she was a good character though.
You would pretty much had to develop it, because in the grand scheme of things on that show, she was a pretty minor character. But yeah, it still kind of sucks.
Well, if it's unsubstantiated Canadian Spider-Man, it's all over the place. So, hey, look, I hope it's not true, man. But if it's unsubstantiated, everybody's running with the story. Variety and all these other ones. Hey, look. And Twitter and everywhere. I'm not with Twitter. You can't trust Twitter, but they put news sources on there. So I don't know if it's unsubstantiated anymore. If that's not, I don't know. Look, hey, dude, I hope you're right. But Bounty in the comics and a bunch of other people were talking about this from all kind of different sources. All coming from one source. No real confirmation. Okay.
Well, if he's saying it's unsubstantiated, there is such a thing too as a trial balloon, where something is leaked and they wait and see what the reaction is, and then if the reaction is negative, they say, "Oh no."
We have a slight disagreement, Mr. Canadian Spider-Man. You might be right. It may not be true, and if not, fantastic. I would love that to not be true. But when you say Disney can't be that stupid,
yes, they can.
Yes, they can, buddy. They can be. They did it for 2015 to 2019 with the sequel crap. They doubled down on it. They continually let people who work for them insult fans, insult half the country, say racist shit about white people and sexist shit about men and all this other kind of crap. They continually employ people who attack their customers, fans, paying customers. I hope you're right and it's not true, but I slight disagree with my friend. I think they really can be that stupid. If it didn't happen, hey man, fantastic. Maybe Disney will change their minds on Gina, just like how the NBA will now make all teams play the national anthem due to the backlash of Mark. Yeah, Mark Cuban's a jackass. So that happened. They told him he has to play the good. I'm glad he has to play it. Screw them. Actually, at sporting events, I wish they wouldn't play the national anthem because they don't mean it anyway. Jackasses. But he should have to do it just because he's a dick and he didn't want to. So. Eh. I got you. Well, look, again, if the sources are not sourced, hey, look, I hope it's not true. It could have been some troll managed to get it out there and say it really happened, and then Variety ran with it, and about a whole bunch of others did, and maybe they'll have egg on their face. That'd be hilarious. That would be fun. If it turns out, first of all, it'd be nice for her not to be fired, and if it turns out that somebody just punked somebody over it, punked all those sources that ran with it like that, fine. But, should be all right. So, oh, man. No, I'm saying what, dude. That's a damn bummer. So there will be hockey for you next week, right?
Tomorrow.
Pens are back, huh?
Pens are back tomorrow. Unless somebody else goes down. So much for the bubble.
Ugh.
So yeah, tomorrow. So yeah, it's sucked lately. Like I said, 2 games in 12 days, where you're used to 3-4 games a week. It sucks.
Yeah, I got you. Well, I'm good. I'm glad you got you at least you got some of it back there.
Yeah. So back tomorrow.
Yeah. Did you show you my new toy?
No, I don't think so.
I bought this new. I ordered this new.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I saw that when you were on the other night.
That, man,
that's cool.
That is damn, and that is cool. I love that thing. I hope it shows up one of these days. I can't afford hot toys and all that kind of crap. The best I can do is Marvel Legends, folks.
Yeah, man. Holy cow.
Canadian. So was Orson Welles claimed that Mars attacking. Okay. Well, look. Wait a minute, Canadian Spider-Man. Hold up on them horses, brother. Are you saying the Martians did not attack? I beg to differ, sir. What happened was the Lectroids, the red Lectroids came through planet 10 by way of the 8th dimension. And then they hypnotized Orson Welles saying, no, it's just a radio broadcast. It's fake. And then they lived in New Jersey at Yo-Yo-Dyne Propulsion Systems for a long time until the mid-'80s, when they were finally discovered by Buckaroo Banzai and his Hong Kong Cavaliers, and then they were taken out. So it actually was true. Orson Welles was telling the truth about the invasion. He was just hypnotized into covering it up. A lot of people don't know that.
Yeah, so like
Yeah, and that's the truth, buddy, because it's in one of the greatest movies ever made, The Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai Across the 8th Dimension. And that movie speaks the truth. Sort of. Big bouquet! I love that. That's just good. Shit, let's see here. There's a petition on Change.org to get Gina back, but there's 0 signatures so far. Well, I'd sign it, but change that. Yeah, that's exactly right, man. You get the facts here when you come. You get the facts, man. Just the facts. Yeah. So that's right. If Buckaroo Banzai did it, it's true.
It's all a conspiracy, man.
Oh, you never saw that movie, Canadian Spider? Now I spoiled it all for you. Shit, I'm sorry. I love it anyway. So,
nice going.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I spoiled a movie from 1984.
I think there's a moratorium on movies from 1984.
Yeah. They've been talking about a sequel since the very end credits first rolled in 1984 of the movie, and it said, join us next for Buckaroo Banzai Against the World Crime League. I'm still waiting for Buckaroo Banzai Against the World Crime League. Yeah, Christopher Lloyd. It was John Big Boutte. Yeah. Yeah, I love it. It is a classic. You know, in '84 when that film came out, it only played like what 2 weeks at the theater where I was, and in some places it didn't play at all. But only got to see it a couple
Hey,
of times.
never seen it.
I love it, man. I just adore that movie. It's we were never going to get another. Well, we're never going to get a sequel, but you know, Peter Weller's fantastic. Got a great cast. You know, do you know that you couldn't get the soundtrack to that movie forever? They wouldn't do it, except that they did like a Japanese version or something like that. I mean, to this day, it's real tough to get. I think. I think Tex got it. So
Is there a copyright issue or?
they just wouldn't do one at first, and then I think I don't know if they got what happened. Yeah, I'm not sure what the damn issue was. But there was recently a threat, by the way, of Kevin Smith doing a Buckaroo Banzai TV show. And I do mean threat because I don't want him touching it. There was an ep of the late 80s world. I remember that show War of the Worlds from the late 80s that explained Orson Welles' radio broadcast was used to cover up for a real alien attack. Yeah, they ripped it off from Buckaroo Banzai, though. By the way, if you are a Buckaroo Banzai fan, did you ever get the novelization? Man, it had all kind of stuff because Earl McRowell wrote that. Who wrote the book? I mean, who wrote the film as well. He's got all kind of fun, crazy stuff in that. But there'll never be another one. Cult classic, I guess you have to call it, right? If it's that weirdly popular. Yeah, Peter Weller's perfect. No one else will ever be Buckaroo Banzai. He's RoboCop and he's Buckaroo Banzai, okay? He can be both. He can be both. Well.
Well, I heard they were rebooting Buckaroo Banzai with Queen Latifah.
Oh, yeah, that is probably going to happen.
That's what I heard.
Again, I know you didn't watch the Super Bowl, but so I guess you probably didn't see the trailer for Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Nah.
Oh boy, because you just be glad you're not an MCU guy. It looks kind of funny. I mean, it looks like it could be fun, but I think they're gonna ruin it. But oh man, I don't know. This is good going for the buddy cop thing, which is fine, I guess. You know. I don't know, but like I say, WandaVision's pretty good so far. We'll see if it holds up. See if they don't screw it up, but I have no faith. And by the way, was it Elizabeth Olsen was teasing this thing, you know, that there's a cameo coming in WandaVision that's as big as the Luke Skywalker appearance at the end of Mandalorian. I'm saying that's not possible.
Now you know that's going to be some big pathetic letdown.
Yeah, that's a yeah. That
be like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, look. That's Luke Skywalker for the first time since 1983 in anything, you know, live action. I don't care. I know it was CG, whatever. So there's nothing that can touch that. Whether you like that scene or not, I mean, I loved it, but I mean, there's some people who are critical of it because of the look and whatever.
Because of what?
You know, because of the people didn't think it looked visually that good because of its fake or whatever, fake face and all this kind of crap. I liked it. I thought it was fine. But
break, it's all fake.
But there's nothing. I mean, even if I don't care. If Robert Downey Jr. popping up as Iron Man wouldn't even be as big as that, and that ain't gonna happen.
No, sir, too much money.
And Chris Evans' Cap wouldn't work either because he'd be old ass Cap.
Well, it's not been long enough either.
No, it's probably going to be Doctor Strange or somebody like that, which would be cool, but
but it'll still be just
not bigger than that. Yeah.
Plus, not be underwhelming.
Yeah. For Flash, Chicago Blackhawks have rebounded strong in the last 2 weeks, and they're a playoff team, dude. Very impressive with Jonathan Toews. What do you think about that, Mr. Hockey?
They're always a threat. Always. Blackhawks are good. Blackhawks are good. I like the Blackhawks. I got no problem with Blackhawks.
Well, good. I'm glad you guys got something to root for.
Sure don't. Sure don't.
Well, you know what,
Yeah,
Matthew
Blackhawks,
Anderson?
they're a legacy, man. They're big time.
Yeah. Well, they're big. Oh, there you go. Absolutely. Well, you know, Matthew Anderson, who says, I'm just going to sidestep the MCU altogether and delve into old comic arts. My friend, that is what you do. That's what you do. Way to go. I don't blame you one bit, man. Old comics are better. All I can say is if we're lucky, Kevin Smith didn't get the chance to make. Yeah, Kevin Smith needs to stay away from Buckaroo Banzai. I don't want anything. I don't want it touched ever. All right, Fresh News 24/7 said, morning all, my uncle has COVID, and now my auntie has it. I'm sorry to hear that, sir. Or if you're sir. I didn't mean to presume, but. And okay, if my my auntie don't beat COVID, I'll die. Well, we're sorry to hear that, sir. Good luck. Absolute best of luck. If I can beat it, anybody can. Absolutely. So I'm sorry to hear that. Best of luck to your family members with that and to you. I had it, and I've known people who've had it and have beaten it, so I sure hope you do. But yeah. Oh, well, dude, I guess what we've kept all these fine people here for well over 2 hours. I don't think they want to hear from me anymore. We hadn't really done anything anyway other than just jibber jabber.
Just ran off the mouth.
That's what we do, though. You know, that's what we do. And
you know, he mentioned the Blackhawks. I mean, it's a shame. We don't really play them.
Oh, that's right. You don't play them that much, huh?
No.
Well, I mean, you mean never, or just once in a while? Very rare.
It's very rare.
Well, do you have in hockey? Are there conferences or just divisions?
Yeah.
But they're conferences or they're divisions? Okay,
yeah.
just divisions. Gotcha.
Divisions.
Matthew Anderson, have a good night. Thank you so much.
I'm not a fan. I'll be so glad when things get back to normal because everybody's just playing within their own division right now. So it's the same teams over and over and over and over and over again. It's getting kind of, you know what I mean? It's like, it's great. Now we got to play the Capitals again.
Yeah.
Now we got to play the Flyers again. It's like, you want to see them play other teams. You know, that's the fun of it. As much as I hate West Coast games, it's still fun. But yeah. So I'll be glad when that returns, when that's gone, because quite frankly, I'm getting sick of seeing the same teams over and over and over and over again. It's a little, and they're teams that I hate. I mean, we've seen the Capitals more this season than I care to. It's just, it's like every time you turn around, it's fucking Capitals again.
Damn it. Sounds like it is.
Yeah, I know, it sucks.
Sounds like it is with the people getting sick of the Patriots all the time.
Yeah, it's just like, again, Jesus, I hate seeing them just in the normal mode. Now it's just constant.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate that, Canadian Spider-Man. Well, it's positive. I don't know. We kind of bummed everybody out. Well, not we. It's not Flash's fault. I did. I bummed everybody out with the.
I didn't do nothing.
Yeah, you didn't do nothing. I did it all. Well, do you agree with this one, Flash? The NHL needs to shorten seasons until the thing get normal again. Well, they did shorten it, didn't they?
Yeah, it was shortened. Yeah, instead of 82 games, it's 56.
Hockey isn't the same without the audience. I'm done for now. I'd rather play hockey than watch hockey. Well, I'm sure it is fun to play.
I miss the crowd too. I do. I really miss the crowd, but it's an interesting look at it this year without that. I mean, you can hear plays being called out on the ice. There's a lot of chatter going on, which you don't normally get to hear.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's kind of neat, to hear, wheel, and stuff like that. But yeah, I miss the crowds. I do. I really miss the crowd. I miss being able to go.
It is different. The Super Bowl only had 25,000 people there, and they had 30,000 something cardboard cutouts.
Yeah.
They were smart, and they were smart.
At the same time, yeah, the season seems a little tainted. I'm glad it's back, but there's a I don't know. It's a little strange. I wouldn't want this all the time. That's for sure.
No, I don't blame you on that one. But maybe next year there'll be a normal one for you.
I hope so.
You never know.
I hope it's normal for everything.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. What is this? What is? Oh yeah, tomorrow. Okay, we're just checking something. Yeah, I hope it gets for everything. Absolutely. Well, I want to tell you what. I want to thank my friends who popped there with us tonight, of course, and hung out with us. Again, big congratulations to the great Drunk 3PO and raising $32,000 for a charity involving, I believe, stopping human trafficking. So,
yeah,
that is fantastic. And again, congrats to my buddy Paulie for the charity for the doggies that he had me on earlier. So,
the doggies.
The doggies. The great Steve Mitchum, always a pleasure, bro. Thanks for popping in. My great buddy Ace Cast Iron was also here, bro. If you're still hearing me out there, love you, bud. Hope you're doing great. I want to thank, of course, the great, fantastic Masters of Wrenching, Chris Persia, the great Chris Persia, my Canadian pal, and of course the great Eric K. Man, I appreciate you, Eric. Thank you so much, buddy. I just, I know there's nothing to wrench, but just hanging out. I'm just glad you hang out, my brother. I really appreciate you. The great Canadian Spider-Man who does whatever a Canadian spider can. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here, my friend. I appreciate it. Jesus is my King 68. I like that name, buddy. Thank you, sir. Let's see here. Who else was here? Mark D with us, my old buddy. Thank you, sir. Thank you for popping in. I appreciate you. Just Joe, the Dauber was here. Just Joe 47. Yo, brother. Thank you so much, man. Fresh news for 247. Good luck with what for your loved ones there. Wish them a speedy recovery. Best of luck there, Matthew Anderson. That Mr. Anderson. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you. Apollo Minion, both hands on the wheel. But thank you, Apollo, for popping in. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for being there, dear. Who else? I probably had to go to bed, but we're going to say some, she was here earlier, the beautiful, wonderful Purple Valkyrie. I hope you're getting some rest. But I want to thank you for being here. And, of course, my buddy Ninja Knight, who's probably also on the other side of the pond, so he probably had to scoot as well. But Ninja Knight, buddy, I hope I will have fun with you tomorrow. Streaming, I'm looking forward to having you on. I got a Canadian Spider-Man. I totally get it. It's not a problem, ever a problem, buddy. I just appreciate you, man. And anyone else who popped in who was here. I think Parrothead was here earlier. Parrothead. Shout out to you. You're still there. Again, anyone who lurked out there, I want to thank you so much for being here. Tomorrow at 1 p.m. Central Time, I will be doing my date and my Thursday daytime show. That's a new thing I'm doing now. So that I got some buddies like Ninja Knight and Esh Singh popped in earlier. Esh, good. Thank you. Esh should be showing up, and some other friends should be joining me. Jed, I think. Tim Myers was here. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate that. Tim Myers, if you're still hearing it, whether they're here or not, I'm going to thank them anyway because I'm glad that I appreciate them. And so tomorrow we're going to have a big geek confab. We'll find something to talk about. And Saturday at 2 p.m. I'll be join my wonderful, lovely friend RSF Chaos on her channel to trash. Oh, Steve, to trash Man of Steel. By the way, my good buddy Steve Tom. I don't know if you're still out there, brother, but I really appreciate you popping in, my friend. And it was just so glad to see you here, and I hope you're doing great, buddy. And I hope we can talk soon. And I hope I got everybody. But and Gina was here in spirit. Exactly. Love you, Gina Carano. I love you, love you, love you. And but yes, we'll be trashing Man of Steel, a favorite pastime of mine, on Saturday, 2 p.m. Eastern on the channel for Eris of Chaos. There's a link in my description below for her wonderful channel and the wonderful channels of many other friends. And where else? What else? Oh, yes. And then, of course, Saturday night Star Trek with the wonderful, amazing Raquel Briggs. Raquel and I will again review 4 more episodes of Star Trek, the original series. Oh, forgot to tell you, Flash. I forgot to thank the great Wes Moody, a spiffing bloke whose channel you should all check out. There's a link below. He had me on last night. They do a show called Trekking on Tuesdays because he was in our chat Saturday night defending your favorite episode, Flash, The Alternative Factor. And so he invited
me. Yeah, I saw that.
Yes, and he invited me on last night to debate that with him a little bit.
That'll be a short show.
Yeah, it was fun. Then we talked a little bit, but see what he does on Trekking on Thursday is, they want to, because of, there's no good new Star Trek. They go and they watch, they watch a little short fan film. They find the craziest fan films they can find. We watched that a little bit, and they had me on. It was really nice of them. And we watched a Czechoslovakian Star Trek fan film.
Oh boy!
It cost about $8,000 to make. It was about maybe a year or two ago. It came out. Of course, the subtitle it is Czechoslovakian. The acting and everything is pretty much what you would expect. Fan film.
Right.
Production values were impressive. It was called Star Trek Squadron, I believe, and it took place during the Dominion War, and it was a squad of ships, and the effects were really good. I mean, for dude, and then in the sets. I mean, for a fan production, it looked really impressive. It's tough to follow it with that language and with the subtitles going really fast and stuff. But Fat Steven Seagal, what's up, buddy? But yes, it was pretty cool. I'm sorry, Just Joe. I hear you, bud. Fat Steven Seagal. Yeah, we were talking about that rumor earlier, but there's a bunch of sources reporting it, Steven, and then our buddy Canadian Spider-Man says it's not substantiated yet, so I don't know what to believe. I was pretty pissed off if it happened, but I would like that it did. It was Czech. It was definitely Czech, Chris. That's the one thing we forgot to talk about. We should have addressed. You see his name? Fat Steven Seagal beat up Shazadam. Yeah, so it's not confirmed. Well, there we go. The character Black Adam who's getting a movie played by The Rock next year.
Yeah.
Well, the character of Black Adam in the DC comics, they're trying to backtrack and say they're not doing this because you shouldn't call a character Black Adam. They're changing his name to Shazadam.
Well, that's Shaz stupid.
That's some stupid shit, if true. Now, that idiot Brian Michael Bendis came out and true, but people have posted screen caps of a comic book where they're saying it. In Justice League or something, whatever. He's going to be in Justice League, so take that for as you will, but it's pretty fucking stupid. It's just, when we were talking about all that She-Hulk idiocy earlier.
Shazadam.
Yeah, the Shazadam. DC can never be taught. DC and Marvel love to one-up, or in this case, one down each other. So who could do the stupidest shit each week? It's always a competition, always have been.
Shazadam ding dong.
There's a tidal wave of rumors, all stemming from, one source, and Gizmodo is known for false claims. Yeah, I mean, Variety and other ones are running with it too. Shazza. So it's not just geek sources, but anyway. So anyway, I just wanted to say that. Pat Steven, thanks for popping in, brother. Thank you all, everyone, for being here tonight. Again, congrats to Drunk 3PO and all the great work he did tonight, and everyone, and Paulie, and thank you all, everyone. We're gonna scoot, but thank you, and I'll be on tomorrow at 1 p.m. And take care, everyone. Let me I'll just do it this way.